How's it going, everyone? My name is Masih, and we're finally here. We're doing Bloodborne. Honestly, for me, Bloodborne is a breath of fresh air, even more than Dark Souls 1, because we're getting from a medieval fantasy to a gothic Victorian era fantasy stuff, and maybe even Lovecraftian, you can call it. And it's much faster in terms of gameplay, and I'm just very excited to do the whole thing. But for now, we're gonna get to character creation. So my touchpad is a little bit buggy here, so I have to like very carefully use it. I don't know why it gets buggy for me, but it just does. So I'm just gonna have to. Yeah, there we go. So it doesn't matter. So we're gonna talk about the origin at the moment. Origin is pretty much your starting class, and there's a lot of classes in this game. But the good thing is you don't really affect that much in terms of looks or sets because you pretty much all look the same. What it does affect is your stats, as always. And there are a couple of new stats in this game. The one being skill. Skill is pretty much just dexterity but cooler. Blood tinge is a new stat where it affects guns, pretty much blood damage, because guns do blood damage. It's a bit weird to explain, but guns and certain weapons use this, and mainly guns though, let's be honest. And arcane is just magic, which is very late in this game. Like you get magic very, very late in this game. But I'm saying that there are a couple of weapons that scale off of that, a couple of gems, which we'll get into. But for now, we're just going to give you a rundown of what each class is really good for, so you guys know what to do. So, for example, a violent pass is really good for strength build. Professional is really good for skill build, which is what I want to go, because I like skill builds. It's just really good. The weapons are pretty cool. The military veteran is a kind of a half and half in terms of skill and strength. It's just pretty good for both. If you're interested in a quality build, maybe. And cruel fate is for arcane. The rest of the classes are not really that significant in my humble opinion, but that's just what I think, at least. But as I said, you want to go for the professional because you want to level up the skill class, but you can skill stat, but you can do anything you want. So for the I already have characters made, of course, female as always, as I always do, and I think we are ready. So let's get on to it. So we're gonna be starting in the Iosefka's clinic. Unfortunately, I do have to skip the cinematics of this game because it really sucks that I do have to, but it's just something that makes the videos faster, and it's not a lore video, so it's not a playthrough, rather. It's a walkthrough. So we want to get on to here. Unfortunately, we can see a downgrade from 60 FPS to 30 FPS, but it is what it is. Once you make it over here, the first thing you want to do, as funny as that sounds, is to die. As you can see, we don't have weapons, and we need weapons. You can karate this guy to death, but I'm not planning on doing that, so I'm just gonna let this guy kill me. Oops, I accidentally pressed circle. Forget. Go on, dude. Be faster. Be more efficient in killing me. There we go. And once we get into the next zone, which is going to be our hub zone, we're gonna get into Hunter's Dream. We're gonna be choosing our weapons. So after we choose our weapons, I'm going to explain a couple of things about the game and the new stuff compared to Dark Souls and everything, and that should give you a kind of a decent idea on what everything works as, or how everything works pretty much. So for now, this doll is abandoned, but she's gonna come to life once we get more insight. And if you don't know, insight is the second stat that we see on the right side of the screen, the bottom one. For now though, come and choose your weapon. I obviously will choose the Soul Cleaver because it's a better weapon for now, but it's a decent skill weapon. But if you're interested, Hunter's Axe is pretty OP in my opinion, and it's a strength build for the most part. And Threaded Cane is just a meme weapon, honestly. That's my opinion at least, but it's decent. It's a skill weapon. For the we have pistols in this game, and for the pistols, my main use for pistols is just parrying, and Hunter's pistol is much faster than Hunter's blunderbuss, so that means faster parries, which is what I'm going to be using, and the notebook, which is going to be what you leave messages with. But we're going to choose our weapons and explain the mechanics. So there's a lot of new mechanics in this game. First things first, rolling is normal until you lock onto someone, and once you lock onto someone, you're going to be starting to sidestep. It's a much faster roll, and it's cooler, looks cooler, and I think it has the same iframes, but you have to be a little bit more exact with it, with how you time it. So it's a bit weird, but we'll get into that once we get into that. We have enemy types that take more damage from certain weapons, so if they are so for example, if we have righteous weapons and serrated weapons, righteous weapons do more damage to, I don't know what the exact word for it is, but aberrations, I believe that's the word. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll get into that once we see an aberration. And we have serrated weapons like this one. So this weapon, the Slug Cleaver, is a serrated weapon. That means it does more damage to beasts, and beasts are kind of going to be our main weapon, our main enemy type in this game. So that's one good side about it. And with that, we are going to be explaining the other side of weapons, which is the new mechanic of transforming your weapon. So your weapon, you can see, is as like a normal weapon, it's pretty cool. But then, surprise, surprise, press L1 and you get a new weapon entirely. Like the moveset is completely different. It's much slower, as you can see in this case, but you get an entirely new weapon. And the thing is, you can transform these weapons mid-attack and do a transform attack, which does and I mean a lot of damage. Like, it's super disgusting how much damage some of the weapons do with their transform attacks. But you have to press it while attacking. So R1, L1, like this, and then you can attack as that weapon, or you can swap back immediately. So let me show you that. What I like to do is just 1, 2, L1, L1, and do a lot of damage. That's what I prefer to do in general. So that's the transform attack. And that's kind of the weapons covered to an extent. But we'll get there when we get there, when we have to explain some of the weapons that actually, have other effects. You can see under our health bar and stamina bar, we have two new items, kind of. Two new currencies to an extent, I would call them. Or consumables, rather. The one below is bullets. Pretty simple. You can probably tell where bullets are used. It's just the guns. Pretty basic. And they're used by either collecting stuff around the world or by pressing the D-pad, the up button in D-pad. And what it does, it takes some of your health away and it adds to your bullets. It adds 5 bullets to your bullets. You can only do it. You can only repeat this situation once you've used the blood bullets, which I like to call them. I'm not going to show you yet because I don't want to lose health, but I'm just going to say that that's how you do it. Obviously, they both have a maximum, the top one, which is blood vials, and bullets have a maximum of 20. And if you run out, you either have to buy them or farm them. But if you have extra and you have 20 and for example, you have 20 of both and you keep looting and looting and looting, it's going to add to your storage. So don't worry, every time you die or reset, it's just going to come back to you. That's that. And the blood vials, obviously, is the top one, is your main healing item. I believe it flat out heals for 40% of your health. It doesn't matter how much health you have. And it's the same thing. You're going to have to farm it or buy it from over there. So you can buy both bullets and red blood vials from over there. But we're not going to be using that for now. And that's one of the problems with this game that a lot of people have. If you're losing or not having a good time, you're going to have a problem with buying blood vials. You're going to have to farm them from enemies and farm souls or blood echoes, as they're called in this game, which is the top right stat or currency that you can see on the top. The bottom one is insight and the top one is blood echoes. So it's going to be a little bit trouble. One more mechanic that we have in this game, 2 more rather, but they pretty much fit into the same basic part, which is you have to be more aggressive in this game. This game is meant to make you be aggressive. And there's no shields, only one useful shield, and that's in the DLC, and that's not even good, I think, at least. And the only thing that you have to do is be aggressive. And the game promotes that by not giving you a shield and giving you a gun and giving you the second mechanic, which is healing yourself up if you take damage. So I can't show it yet, but I will show it when I take damage. But on our health bar that is red at the moment, if you take damage, the amount of damage that you've taken is going to be an orange bar that is going to vanish in about 3 seconds, I want to say. And if you attack in that time, you're going to heal yourself up back to as much as you do damage. So it depends on how much damage you do and how much damage you've taken. So for example, if you've taken chip damage, you can just attack once and then get it back. If you've taken a lot of damage, you probably might not be able to heal all of it back. But that's a new mechanic. It's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what it's called. I forgot, my brain has forgotten, but it's something that promotes you to be more aggressive. And then we have the visceral attacks, which are the new parry and backstabs. So we don't even have backstabs in this game. You can't just walk behind someone and then press R1 and do a backstab on them. No. You're going to have to, we have a new thing again called the charged R2, sorry. And as you can see, you can hold your R2 button, your heavy attack, and you can see it glows. And that means it's going to do, if you're behind someone, not only, the glow one means it's going to do maximum damage, but if you're behind someone, you're going to open them up to a backstab. So it's kind of like parrying, but you're going to have to go behind them and do this. It's going to be pretty hard to pull off on some of the enemies because they're very backstab immune. But the good thing is, for that, we have parries, which are a lot easier in this game, in my opinion, which also lead to viscerals. If you attack using L2 with your gun, when someone is doing an attack, and the attack is coming towards you, you're going to be able to, you know, ready them up for a visceral attack, which does a lot of damage, and it scales off of a stat for some reason. So visceral attacks or the parries or the backstabs scale off the skill stat, which is a bit I mean, they scale off levels in general, like strength it does, but skill is going to be your main stat that adds to that damage. That's one of the reasons I also went for a skill build, because it's just pretty good. And yeah, that's really about, I think I explained everything. There's a lot of new stuff in this game, but we're going to use the first floor secret room, the tombstone, whatever you want to call it, the gravestone, and we're going to teleport back to the Iosefka's clinic. You can see that it has a lot of similarities to Demon Souls in terms of how you teleport to places and such. So once we're here, you want to turn back immediately, and you want to go talk to your boy or your girl, Iosefka. So she's going to give you a blood vial, which is going to be an alternate heal item. You don't really use it. It's only a limited use, but it's kind of an emergency heal. It's not too bad. It's not too amazing either. So for now, we're going to ready to take our revenge. So you can see that his eyes are glowing. Based on how lucky you are, or how unlucky, how you want to say it, when you die, your souls or blood echoes will either drop on the ground or will be picked up by an enemy, and the indicator is that the enemy's eyes are glowing. So you have to kill that enemy to take it back. So pretty important. For now though, we're just going to spam attacks on this guy and kill him. And blood echoes retrieved, as you can see, and he dropped some blood vials, so that's pretty good. More blood vials. And we can finally actually get into the zone. We've been explaining the game for 10 minutes. Like, Jesus Christ. Come over here and pick up the 10 bullets. That place is going to be locked for a while, so don't bother with that. For now, you just want to continue going this way. This is one of the... Honestly, this is almost on the same... This place is almost on the same level as Underberg in terms of level design. Central Yarnum, as it's called. So it's pretty good. For now, though... Oop. So I'm gonna show you the sidestep mechanic in a second. Like, wait for him to attack first. You see how fast that sidestep is? That's going to be your pretty much main dodge thing. Like, it's pretty good. It's just faster than dodging. The game's meant to be faster, so pull this lever for the ladder to drop down, and you want to go kill these guys who are pretending to be dead. Not really pretending, they're just sleeping, I think, but you know. Pick up the Molotov cocktails from over here, and this is kind of a theme in this game as well. Like, beasts are going to be a main enemy type, and fire in general, like Molotovs and fire damage, fire weapon, they're going to do a lot of damage to beasts. Beasts just are very weak to fire. But yeah, once you're here, you're going to activate this lamp, and lamps are going to be your bonfires for the game. But the thing is, the difference is that you can't rest at them. You have to go all the way. So if you want to teleport between lamps or bonfires, as they're called, the bonfires are called in this game, which are lamps. You're gonna have to go back to Hunter's Dream and then I'll teleport to another lamp. So you can't really warp, unfortunately. But yeah, so for now we don't really need to go there. Some of these places in the houses in the entire game rather have these red lights in front of them. That means you can talk to a certain person there. It doesn't matter. They can be useful. They can be useless. And oh my god, I just did an emote. But yeah, this one is going to be an important one. His name is Gilbert, and is kind of trying to give you some lore in terms of where to go. And he talks about pale blood. If he doesn't know what pale blood is, but he wants you to go to the church. Like, so that's kind of our lead in this game. The sentence that he said. But he's going to be more important later. But for now, let's actually play the Central Yarnum area and get on with it. There we go. Nice blood vials. So don't be jump scared by that guy, just be careful. We're gonna see a shield dude. You can do a couple of things to break the shields, you know, just the guard, but I just prefer to do R2s like this and just breaks them immediately and then hit them. Pretty simple. Once you go down here, you're gonna see a small mob of enemies. They can be scary, but the good thing is we have come prepared. You can see the orange bar on my health bar, and that means I actually just healed myself using that. That's the damage threshold that you can, you know, heal. Very limited, but you can heal it. We're gonna see our first executioner over here. He's a big boy. He's a dangerous boy. But what we're trying to do is just to showcase the parry here. There we go. As he's attacking, if you use your gun, he's gonna open up to a visceral. And we're going to show the second type of visceral, which is we're going to go behind him, time our attack perfectly, and then do this, and then he's open up for another visceral. And there you go. That's the two different visceral types in this game. And he gave me a tempering blood. God damn it, you're lame. I wanted more healing, but it's okay. So now let's actually check all the sentry armor. I'm not entirely sure how much of this place I'm going to be able to show in this video, but unfortunately we did have to explain a lot of mechanics. So go up here and pick yourself up some Molotov. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And once you're down here, you can see that there's another red lamp in front of this thing. You don't want to talk to this one. It's pretty useless. It's just more lore. So I recommend, if you're interested in lore, just keep talking to every single one of these doors. But I'm not. I mean, I just know everything. So there we go. Kill this guy that is kind of hiding in the back. And what I like to do here is deal with some of these guys who are like, there's going to be an entire big boy mob in the middle that's going to make you panic. You're gonna have to draw them out one by one if you go up there, but what I prefer to do is more of a big boy approach. I just want to go like, what's up, boys? You want to fight? Let's fight. There's gonna be gun boys around here, so keep that in mind. You don't want to get shot. The guns in this game do, and I mean a lot of damage, and I mean a lot of damage. They're pretty disgusting, I would say. But as you can see, with me just being aggressive as possible, I can make these guys be as easy as possible, and just you know, deal with them accordingly. There we go. So for now, we're done with this little mob area. I just prefer to go like this because it's just, you know, more aggressive. This game promotes being aggressive. Go up here and there will be an ambush on your right. There we go. Pick up the bloodstone shard, which is going to be our upgrade material. There's going to be one more ambush around this corner. There we go. Idiot. And hopefully he drops some items. Nope. These guys can all drop blood vials for you, so be sure to do that. You want to go straight over here to these two and say hi. Oh, that torch attack is the most obnoxious thing because it just does so much damage to you. But the thing, you can see that our health is at full because we managed to damage before the thingy run out. The heal thing run out. So, but if that had run out, you would not be able to heal yourself, obviously. So go back here, and now you want to go start going down, obviously. So you want to rush this gun guy. That's what I like to do. Rush this gun guy, and then once you've killed him, you want to go behind this carriage and kill this dog as fast as possible. And now you want to stay behind this carriage until these guys start to move up and deal with them accordingly. So as you can see, you want to be careful about the gun boy that is up there. Like, it's very dangerous to take damage from him. But the good thing is we're a little bit stronger. So what I like, I accidentally used my healing. Oh, oops. Thing is, we can heal it. I think we can heal it at least. So one more thing that I forgot to mention, I think, you don't like these. You can't still heal yourself even if the guy is dying for a little bit if you keep attacking. So even if they are turning into a corpse, if you keep attacking, you're gonna get some healing back. Let me just see if I can deal with you. There we go. Woo! Unfortunately, I did lose a lot of health here, but it doesn't matter. We got some blood vials out of it at least. There we go. Come over here and pick up this healing item. It's kind of meant to scare you about what's behind there, but trust me, it's not really that big a deal. Gun boys usually drop a lot of quicksilver bullets. So yeah, if you're interested in farming those, just remember where all the gun boys are. Cold blood dew. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And you want to continue going this way. And on your left, if you break these boxes and such, there should be a bloodstone shard. There we go. Pretty cool. Pick up another blood vial. And behind these, there is a path that you can take, but I don't recommend you guys do that. I recommend you guys just go forward for now. Turn right, and you want to deal with this brick troll guy, as they're called. So just go for the backstep as fast as possible, and problem solved. These guys have a really good chance of dropping 2 blood vials for you, so they're pretty good for blood vial farming. The torch and the Molotov, nice. So, torches are going to be another mechanic in this game. Some places are very dark, and using a torch is going to help you see stuff. Pretty simple, not that big a deal. So, go over here. So we're gonna have these crows are honestly one of the most annoying enemy types in this game. They're super annoying and they can jump you and do a lot of damage, but thankfully we didn't really take that much damage. So behind these coffins there's going to be an oil urn. So with that picked up, you want to turn right first to go pick up the loot that we saw from the other side, if you remember. There we go. And the video is already getting to 20 minutes, unfortunately, because this game has just had so many mechanics that I had to explain. So, doggo, over here. There we go. And I believe doggos are the main thing you want to use your backwards dodge. You don't really want to backstab dodge and the backwards dodge in this game too much, but dogs are pretty good to use backwards dodge on. So you can see that the gunboy is hitting us, and what I want to do kind of here is to use a Molotov on that dog and hopefully burn them all. There we go. That's what we kind of wanted to do. And now we have a dog. So deal with the doggo, and we are still being shot at by that dude, which is no problem, I guess. Come over here and pick up 6 blood vials. Pretty generous of the game. And deal with this guy. Get out of here. Get out of here. There we go. Quicksilver bullets. First thing you want to do is come up here and turn left. I think I'll end the video when I get the hunter's gear, which is what I prefer to do usually. So bloodstone shard, and we're going to be seeing 2 werewolves here. So the game is trying to like remove your fear of werewolves and actually make you fight them. What I prefer to do is throw just one Molotov, legitimately just one Molotov, at this guy and kind of aggro him to me. The thing is, they might get aggroed together, there's a good chance, but the thing is, the other one that I just threw a Molotov at is kind of being dumb. Oh, they're both aggroing at me. The good thing is, if they do that grab attack, at the really slow attack, you can just parry them. There we go. There, another parry. There we go. So these things attack really fast in succession, so if you time your parries, you should be able to land one on them. But what I recommend you guys do normally is just to roll behind them or sidestep behind them and kill them. These things drop 3 blood vials or a bloodstone shard, so that's something that they do. But for now, we're gonna go down here, make our way to the hunter's set, and then look cool, and then end the video. So there is some stuff over here, the pebbles. One more bloodstone shard behind this corner, and you want to just go behind all these wooden stuff, break them all, and roll down over here and use the ladder to get down. The good thing is now we have fast ladder going down by just holding circles, unlike Dark Souls where you have to tap it twice. So these guys are a little bit scarier than normal than the basic boys, but the thing is their attacks are super like telegraphed. They are super easy to parry, and they're kind of, again, I feel like these guys are meant to be parry practice. So pick up the blood vial, and you can see that there's another torch boy closer. But these things can mess you up if they actually land attacks on you. Like, they can be pretty scary. They can do a lot of damage. Specifically, not the ones with the torches are not as strong, but the guys with the poles or whatever you want to call them, these things are deadly as hell. But the good thing is we have the parry button that is going to allow us to deal with these guys very easily. More blood vials, thank you. So once you go over here, you want to just walk off to this plank, whatever you want to call it. Jump down and deal with the rat over here. And around this corner, you're going to see another one of these dudes. But, as I said, parrying is easy, kind of. And that's about it. Your reward for coming all the way here is a really cool looking set. So let me just equip it really quick, and then we are done for now. And there it is. We are now looking like the poster boy of the game, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video so far, and if you did, be sure to leave a like. Don't you dare go hollow, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.